So Crusaders, stand up. I guess this period in time, period in the world right now, sort of, it's probably never been a period like this before. I mean, the young are impoverished. There's no real hope, you know. I mean, if you don't know how to work a computer, I mean, you really don't have a future. Um, Manufacturers getting killed, and it's gonna be a revolution. I mean, it's gonna be a revolution. It's gonna pop off. I mean, I know other countries probably. I mean, Canada probably won't, but a lot of European countries probably will. It's just because they've been around for so long. I mean, when you start taking their stuff away, it's old. You feel me? But another thing, another reason why that people are getting tired of their life getting given away. I mean, if we wake up tomorrow morning and the whole world blew up, and there's only a couple of survivors, and it was a Muslim that did it, our media will put the spin on Muslims were the heroes, even though they didn't get there in time. They blew up. The man blew himself up. They couldn't get there in time, but they saved the Western world. But what I'm trying to get to is that the media is putting a spin on things to make our enemies seem like our friends. They're basically giving our future away to the other people, not to citizens, but to people that moved here, immigrants, illegals that's doing wrong. I use London for example. Great Britain. All the people there that's going through it. I mean, I'm really sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? But all right, they didn't say nothing about all these people with brooms. All I see white heads. You know what I'm saying? I'm black, but all I see is white heads. But the next day in the article, Muslims are protecting the country. Wait, I didn't see none of that. I didn't see no Muslim arms in the brooms, and I don't see the EDL with a whole bunch of Muslims in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people are tired of the media and politicians giving their country away. I'll tell you another thing. Um, we have a big problem in America with not telling anybody no, and it's really getting bad. This what really got me on here this morning because I woke up and they said on Sesame Street that Bert Ernie should be gay. I'm like, what? I grew up with this stuff. Sesame Street, Bert Ernie. They said they should be gay. When I was a kid, I didn't know the difference between gay and not gay. I'm not gay. I heard if you're gay, you're born that way. So what do we need television to say that for? And that's a freedom of choice. They're taking away the freedom of choice. So you produce a TV show, it's your choice what to make it about, right? But then some interest group comes and says, I want them to be gay. And this is the weakness in our society. That shouldn't even be news. Who cares? But see, the media glorifies the people that the majority dislike. Um, the population of homosexuals in America is probably 3 to 6%. We're at 300 million people. That means roughly, let's say at the large end, 94% of the people are not homosexual. So why are we catering to a minority? You see what I'm saying? And that's why when stuff hits the fan and people revolt because things ain't going right in America. If you live in America, you know we got 2 wars. We can't afford to pay anything in our country, but we paying these other countries that hate us. We're paying people that using the money to fund terrorism, and in fact, some of the stories that's coming out, we're funding terrorism directly. You see what I'm saying? We're spending all these monies in these wars that needs to be spent at home. But see, the politicians is really screwing up. You know what I'm saying? We're not broke. We're not a broke nation. It's the politicians that's screwing us out of all our money. It's the politicians that's screwing us out of everything. And there's nobody bold enough to say anything. And that's why America is going to revolt. Because it has to change. You know what I'm saying? You can't trade with China when China's making 300 to 600% profit off of one item. They paying two people $2 a month to work. They build a toy that in America costs $2, but to them that's like thousands of dollars of yuan. You see what I'm saying? You can't have a free trade agreement with people like that. You can't have a constitution and Bill of Rights that the UN wants to tramp on, and they could still be one to back up the UN. You can't back NATO, who have their own interests, and they get you into wars that you can't afford. Basically, our people in the White House ain't standing up for the American people, and the American people know that, and that's why there's gonna be a revolution. I ain't gonna probably have no part in it. I live way on the West Coast. If you've ever seen how it was when Bin Laden died, that's how it's gonna kick off. It's just gonna be something that's gonna happen. Things gonna explode. It's gonna spread, and I mean, the White House ain't gonna be able to say, "Well, come on, guys." First of all, the president's not strong enough. He hasn't done nothing right. Congress ain't done nothing right. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm about to put this one up, and then boom, we'll talk about these crusades because I mean we had a real major setback in Norway. So I just want to I'm gonna touch on it. Give you guys some morale boosters. I guess you could say that. All right, God wills it, brothers, sisters.